against the Los Angeles Clippers. And as the regular season winds down, some teams must be concerned about their seeding, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. For teams still on the bubble, just getting into the postseason is the concern. For the top teams, seedings are huge. They want as many home games as possible.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Beal and Kawhi operate together on the wings. Collins at power forward, Zubac's in the middle. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. Down low, here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
The kick out to Paul. Back to Leonard. And no good. Johnson with the defensive effort. Fox outside. From deep, Wembanyama drains the triple. Wembanyama's got 7 points.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
Pass to Paul. Leonard for three. Nails it from three.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
The Spurs have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. And it's Fox missing.
You knew eventually they were going to miss one. At least you hope.
Beal, the pass to Collins. Beyond the arc. Leonard can't get that one to fall.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting. And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you. Owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
For three. Rebound by San Antonio.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Wembanyama's shot is good.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Okay, it's time for the 2K leaderboard. The top teams in blocks during the last month of play. San Antonio, third.
These guys have been so impressive down low on the defensive end. Denying shots left and right over the past month.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Here's Fox. It's deflected. They get it back. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Back to Leonard. This one for three. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
Pretty incredible just how great a shooter Kawhi has become. Really one of the best in the league.
Back to Fox. Johnson a screen on Beal. Fox the pass to Johnson. San Antonio moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Pass to Wembanyama. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 4 assists now tonight. Well, RJ, some rebuilds go better than others. Wouldn't you say the Spurs are off to a good start?
Oh, they've got their cornerstone in Wembanyama, along with an array of young talent and plenty of picks. They look to compete now and for years to come, I would think so.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, thanks a lot. The Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Back to you guys.
They'll get there. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Launches a three. Leonard pulls down the board.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Beal into the lane. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
Misses the three.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Paul for three. Offensive rebound. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Johnson on the wing. Over Leonard. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's San Antonio with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their key to consistency. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. There's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. Bogdanovich is out there with Chris Dunn. Then there's Brook Lopez. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Batum in at the small forward position. Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Talk about strength and athletic ability. Lopez can maneuver against his opponents down low.
Fox for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
Oh, they were lucky to come out with a victory. I mean, I'm sure there were some plays they'd like to have back in that one. He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Castle right side. Fox outside. Again, the miss by Fox.
I'll tell you what, we know he's been struggling tonight, but his teammates have pitched in big time.
Pass to Batum. The 3. Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Castle. Here's Harper. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And a moment to check out who the San Antonio Spurs have coming up. On Sunday, they'll be facing Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be facing Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the Hornets matchup, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more even pairing in the league. That one promises to be a really closely fought battle.
Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. And then for Los Angeles, Leonard's checked in for Batum. Bradley Beal comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Chris Paul in for Dunn.
And when Dylan Harper's dad, Ron, won 5 NBA titles, he was a great player. And I think a lot of that competitiveness rubbed off on Dylan.
To the inside. Here's Barnes. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And it's Derek Jones with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Spurs lead by 9. Fox for 3. Leonard pulls down the board.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
The 3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one. We're seeing more and more teams playing 5 out now, RJ, with big men who can shoot from 3. Is that where the game's headed?
Those players are still hard to find, but I think more 7-footers will look to develop their long-distance shooting. It's becoming the new norm.
And the Spurs with some changes. Sohan's checked in for Barnes. Keldon Johnson comes in for Harper. And it's Vassell in for Castle. Paul for 3. Rebound by San Antonio. They've led by as many as 11.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
From deep, Wembanyama. Jones grabs the board. Clippers trail by 8. Leonard for 3. Look at Leonard, dialed in from deep.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Sohan up top, defended by Jones.
So assertive on the tape. Sohan is relentless when he sees a lane open up.
Out to Leonard. The 3 ball. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
San Antonio leading by 4. Pass to Johnson. Out to Fox. The 3 is up. They get it again. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Beal finds Jones. Back to Beal. Leonard on the wing. Over Johnson. And there's Leonard on the assist by Beal. Beal's got 3 assists in the game.
He's looking much more confident here in the second quarter as far as his scoring goes.
Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Woo, boy, Johnson, let's just say he's a great athlete, wouldn't you agree?
Leonard outside. Takes the 3. Rebound by San Antonio.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Fox against Paul. Shoot from the baseline. And it's Fox missing.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's Beal. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big time shot from him there.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. San Antonio on top, up by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Out in Boston, it'll be the Celtics against the Mavericks. It's going to tip off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
I'm predicting.
And let's get into this first half. A super close game for the Clippers so far.
This game won't stay close. They continue.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, if he's hit 3s like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for the LA Clippers. Trailing by 4. Inside at the 4 and the 5, it's Sohan and Wemby. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. And it's Fox in at the 1 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. You know, Richard, one thing you notice about Victor Wembanyama, he is even-keeled.
Yeah, you don't see him yell, you don't see him criticize. He works on building that team chemistry. I respected players like that, the calm leadership type.
Oh, a fantastic score. Kawhi can put a barrage of points up quick.
Fox, the pass to Johnson. Now here's Wembanyama. Oh, too easy for Wemby. Nice finish.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Pass to Beal. And here's Leonard. Fires the 3. Again, the miss by Leonard.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Johnson with a bucket.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Clippers trail by 7. Here's Paul. It's stolen by Johnson. Sohan outside, left side Johnson. Lets it go from 14. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Look, when you've made your first 3 shots of the half, I think it's okay for a heat check.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Done. He's checked in for Beal. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Well, De'Aaron Fox is trying to dial in as a lockdown defender, and he said, I want to be that type of guy. Go out there, guard people, and be someone that people don't want to put in the action because you blow actions up. And then at the end of the day, still being able to get to work on offense. Back to you.
You'd love that mentality. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first 5.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Spurs. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Keldon Johnson.
Yeah, clearly his offensive output has been on a bit of a decline. Now, that could point to a lot of things, but mostly I think he's just putting his focus elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
Fires for 3. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Paul passes to Leonard. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 6 assists now in the game. Zubac with the steal, and it's the Clippers on the break. And out of bounds, San Antonio will have it. All right, let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard and see which teams are leading the pack in steals right now. 5th, the Spurs.
This team will punish you for sloppy ball control, no question. They've got a lot of fast-handed guys just waiting to take advantage.
Castle's checked in for San Antonio. There's the 3. Knocks down the long J. Castle's got 5.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
Leonard on the wing. Shoots over to Sell. And it falls all over the rim and in.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them. This quarter is special.
Castle for 3. Buries it from 3. Castle's got 6 here in the quarter.
And as we see more of Castle, expect that J to get better.
Dunn, the pass to Leonard. Shot from the top of the key. And again, it's the Clippers converting.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Yeah, flat-out dominant score. Wemby's ability to capitalize from anywhere on the floor is what makes him so dangerous.
Stolen by Castle. Sohan inside. Collins there. Back to Castle. 4-3. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And now it's an 11-point San Antonio lead.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Leonard can't get it to go.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Dunn with a steal. Leonard on the wing. The 3 is up. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Sohan outside. Here's Wembanyama. Buries it down low. Wembanyama's got 23 points.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Zubac with a screen on Vassell. Leonard passes to Zubac. Stolen by Vassell. To the paint. And he slams it in one-handed.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he broke it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
And here at the end of the 3rd, it's a double-digit ball game. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Let's get an update on Bradley Beal. What's the status, Allie?
Hi, guys. Well, the head athletic trainer for Los Angeles provided some information. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. It seems the issue may not be so serious as they're allowing a return to action. I'll give you updates as I get them.
All right, Allie, thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot of anticipation around this, as always, when dealing with injuries.
On the floor for the Clippers. Kawhi is the 3 with Jones playing the 4. Chris Dunn is out there with Bogdan Bogdanovic. And it's Lopez in at the 5.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Cornette uses the glass to finish the layup. Cornette's got his first basket of the night.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Collins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Clippers trail by 18. Leonard outside. Collins a screen to stop the run. And it's good on the layup.
They finally found their shooting touch after a rough first half.
Pass to Castle. Back to Fox. There's the triple. Pure from three-point range.
I just love the ball movement.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Shot by Leonard, no good. San Antonio leading by 19. And stolen by Leonard. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. For San Antonio, Sohan's checked in for Barnes. Keldon Johnson comes in for Harper, and it's Vassell in for Castle. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Bradley Beal, he's checked in for Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. For San Antonio, they've got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. The 3, Vassell sinks the tray.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Here's Dunn. That one falls. Coming off Beal's feed. Beal's got assist number 5 here tonight.
In full-on catch-up mode, they're raining threes right now.
Vassell with it. Beal picks him up. Vassell's shot is good.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Dunn, the pass to Lopez. Collins outside. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Sohan outside.
2 minutes.
And of course, you won a ring with the Cavs in 2016, Richard. Talk about the challenge of winning a title.
In a lot of ways, it just comes down to will and grit. The playoffs are an extra 2 months of intense basketball. The team that wins it all normally has the most help and motivation.
Collins with a screen on Vassell. And here's Lopez from the arc. Rebound by San Antonio. Johnson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Spurs.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And for the year now, they've chalked up 35 wins.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Victor Wembanyama.
And what effort he had on the board, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
One thing people notice about Dylan Harper, he loves to get going downhill.
Yeah, he delights in bullying his way through a defense, using a blend of speed and size to get to where he wants to go.
And the Spurs making a change here. Olynyk's checked in. All right, Grant, as someone who played for and managed the U.S. men's national team, give us your all-time starting 5.
And, you know, I think I'll go with 2 of the program's all-time leading scorers, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. And finally, you have to have Kobe Bryant because of just how he reset the culture in 2008.
Pass to Harper. San Antonio moving the ball around. Now here's Castle from downtown. And he can't get that one. And here's Zubac. Here's a 3 from Paul. Harper pulls it in. Outside Paul. Puts up a deep 3. It doesn't go for him. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Now Castle. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have